Alright, I am ready for this. I should be live. Let me just, again, as per usual, always gotta pull up my chat after I go live. I swear I know what I'm doing. Alright, there we are. I am so ready for this. Okay. So, I had this game on pre-order, go figure. I've talked about how much of a fan of the Pikmin franchise that I am. And I picked it up day one. However, as I was getting ready to go pick it up, my brother comes to me and says, "So I know your birthday's coming up. What do you want?" And I'm looking at my wallet and I'm just like, man, I really don't want to go pay up like 55 bucks that was left after my initial pre-order down payment or whatever it was. So I said, I do have the GameStop power-up thing, which has $5 on it. Would you cover the rest of the game? And he's like, oh yeah, sure. So I go, I pick it up, I come back home, and I'm sitting here with the game in my hand and I'm just like, I wanna, but I have to hand it over to him and wait for my birthday. And even then, when my birthday rolls around, I'm still working through Mega Man Battle Network, which was not originally the plan, but that is where it ended up going. So, managed to clear that out, clear out my schedule, take time off of work. I have things set up. So much of this revolved around getting to play this game. So, I don't know how many streams I'm going to do of it, but it is on the list of games that I want to stream at least a couple episodes in on. Really share some of the early Pikmining. I know with the past Pikmin entries, once you get a couple of days in, you do... Sorry, my dog's upstairs barking at something. Hopefully she'll calm down in a minute, otherwise I'll have to go get her. I'm sorry about that. I had to go get my dog. I had to go quiet her down. I think the neighbor's dogs came out and she wants to go play. But she can't because she likes to scream at them. Anyways, Richard, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping in. I apologize for that immediate deviation from everything. Let's see here. Hope you're doing well. Yes, I am doing fairly well. Had a big thunderstorm roll in yesterday, which was a big reason I couldn't stream when I originally wanted to, but here we are. That's basically how I got Cassette Beasts on the Switch. My brother ordered it. Oh, offered to get me either that or a book I wanted for my birthday. Turned out the book wasn't the English edition, so I assume you went with Cassette Beasts is what you're reading into that as. Alright, let's start the game up. Story? Yep. It is one player. Now, I understand this as being two-player co-op to some degree. However, it seems that the co-op element in this game, for whatever reason, people are super not happy with. And I'm not sure what it is, other than I won't be getting to experience it anyways, because I'm playing this Pikmin game the way I experienced Pikmin 1 and 2, which was solo anyways. I had my brother around for Pikmin 3. Is this the first time we've ever heard Captain Olimar? Oh, YouTube got you with the character limit? Yeah, I have been there before. Out of curiosity, Richard, do you have any experience with the Pikmin franchise? Other than what probably most people have now, which is, if not direct, then passively understanding of what it exists as. Granted, in live stuff, it is understandable that there is a character limit, but it does make it difficult. Yeah, I kind of wish that there was a way, though, for the channel operator to moderate what the character limit can and can't be within obvious reasoning, because, you know, people will abuse it if you go too long or if you have no limit. But I have the same issue with Twitter. And I am not going to pay to have access to my social media, in which you are already gathering all of my information and selling it to anyone who even wants to think they want anything in relation to my data. Now, this sounds like this is supposed to be a retelling of the original Pikmin game. There was no dog friendo. At least I don't remember there being one. So, a little bit different. Oh, it's like a little Blue's Clues dog. My brother has Pikmin 3, but I have yet to play it. Alright, so we're gonna get into the meat and potatoes of the Pikmin franchise, but it's very much an interesting take on the resource management style of game, in which the resources you're managing are actual living beings that, for one reason or another, live to serve and die what they perceive to be their leader, which in the case of this is going to be your humanoid character. So we're starting out as Olimar here, which Olimar looks a little different than I remember him being. Something about this area is different from the others we've explored so far. God, look at the little Blue's Clues puppy! Wait, where are you running off to? They are spooked by something. Or intrigued? Are they interested or spooked? I can't tell. That can't be a good sign. The Pikmin don't usually scurry off like that. I suppose I'll have to call them back while I search for the missing ship parts. Go! Go, my blueberry boy! That is what I shall name him. He is my blueberry. Alright, so camera reset. Free run camera. Do we not have our whistle yet? Yeah, we don't have our whistle yet. For whatever reason, the game won't let me skip ahead past the tutorial section. Alright, there were a couple hiding around here. I saw some of the Pikmin head this way. They could be hiding behind these things. Let's break them and see. When we jump, I'll start charging up my pup strength. I just need to press X and hold down to take aim. When she's at full... Oh, it's a girl! When she's at full strength, I'll go and let her rush. Someone brought up the selling... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I'm glad that I read further ahead and understood where you were going, because I read the phrase selling people and I thought, oh, this is going to get dark fast. Selling people's information thing as an argument for why Microsoft Rewards doesn't give you free stuff. In their defense, at least, I can get Amazon gift cards for free. Oh, yeah, the game wants me to... Alright, hold it down, charge it up, and slam on it. Oh, she just keeps going, too. It's not just a hit one and done. Haha, I knew it. Now I'll use B to call them back to me with my whistle. There we are. Like, if it gets me points to order stuff on Amazon without paying a dime, I don't care if they're letting people know if they're letting people know what kind of porn I watch. I'll be honest, if it was just letting people know what kind of porn I watch, I would be less. I'd actually, yeah, I probably would be less disturbed by it. The amount of data that gets gathered by the social media platforms, especially ones that you let on your phone, because you always have that with you, is disturbing. Did you know that with like things like Facebook, your phone is always listening to you? These days, a lot of Android phones come with Facebook pre-installed, and you on some devices you can't even really uninstall it without really going backdoor through a lot of the settings. You can't just highlight it, click it, uninstall it, and have it be gone. It will hang out in the background, not actually really uninstalled, and it'll listen to you. It'll catch keywords that you say. That all gets sent back to them as data tied to your profile. And even if you don't have a Facebook, if you don't sign up for a Facebook, it can still find its way back to you by cross-referencing it with your Gmail that you signed up with to access a lot of your stuff on your mobile phone. So they get all of that stuff. They get your location, literally your physical location in the world. Your phone's got a GPS on it. They get access to your GPS location. They can even tell, based on various I don't know what to call them, because there's your GPS. There's a sensor in here for phone orientation. Some of the newer ones have thermometers in them, all sorts of stuff. But all of those sensors and so on, all goes into figuring out what you're doing and when. Facebook can quite literally tell when you're going to go to the bathroom before you even know you have to go to the bathroom. There are stories of people's data being sold and the marketing research being built up in such a way. The most famous story is one in which an old man found out that his daughter was pregnant before the daughter even knew she was pregnant. And the reason for this is they knew from her searching on things what her symptoms were and so on that she was pregnant. She had yet to piece two and two together, and he was getting like baby advertisements on all of his stuff. Like there was going to be a new baby in the house and yada yada yada. So the algorithm knew to tell this guy that essentially that your daughter is about to have a baby. Get ready, before the daughter even knew she was pregnant. And that is a terrifying thought. And when you realize that that is a story that is multiple years old, and that they have only gotten more intrusive, more involved, it is a terrifying thought as to how much about you they know that you don't even get to see any benefit from the sales of. So a lot of places doing these things, like Google has one where they'll ask your opinion on things, and they'll give you points to spend on your Google Wallet. I think it kind of maxes out in the ballpark of around $5. Then you have to spend some cash before you start getting more things back in. But that Microsoft does something like it, and the amount you get, is pretty piddling. But I agree that at the very least they're finally giving you some degree of a cut. But my God, the amount that they know about you that you don't even know about you is terrifying. Now, we've talked about AI before. Imagine all that data getting fed into an artificial intelligence program that is able to run this and optimize itself to manage to rip your money and resources from you just because of peak advertising. Now that you mention it, my brother mentioned being interested in a game once, and literally right after he said that, he got a Facebook ad for the game. Yeah, it's Facebook's, I think, one of the most intrusive about it, but you're fooling yourself if you think Google doesn't do it. Google's very intrusive about it, too. Twitter does it. All of the social media platforms do it. And all of this information gets kind of conglomerated around a sort of background shadow profile of you. And if somebody, let's say a foreign governing body, decides that they want to target people of a certain subsection of, I don't know, beliefs, thoughts, patterns, anything, they simply go out, they buy your data, and then they use that as a way to market anything towards you. There is a lot of foreign interference propaganda that gets played this way. We do it too as Americans, but like every nation on the planet does it, and it's terrifying. And it's why you've got to keep your defenses up on what you're looking at and how you're trying to navigate your way through the world. Hey Dem, I'm playing Pikmin 4 and things got dark real fast. Not even in the game. I am just sorry about that. Momentarily having to share how potentially devastating data collection can be on the internet. I know you are in university for a lot of computer stuff, so I'm sure I don't need to fill you in on just how much data collection is done around individuals and just how much more algorithms can predict things about you than you can predict about yourself. Given my tendency to leave messed up comments on Reddit, it makes me glad I haven't gotten ads for stuff I'd never do those things I joke about. Yeah, I had a whole module about that. Yeah, it is a terrifying thought, and when you realize that, and I'm just going to summarize what I ended up with at the end there, they've been this effective just on algorithmic predictions. Imagine all that data input into an AI system that's entire purpose is to separate you from your money, from your resources, from the life that you thought you were building up towards, because they can give you that instant gratification in exchange for all your stuff more than you can earn by, you know, putting things off, saving your money, and getting to that end game you really want to work towards. But man, that shiny new toy, it looks so good. I'm using toy as a metaphor, obviously. Whatever it is they want you to spend money on. It is a terrifying endeavor. Anyways, back to Olimar and our blueberry. I just wish I knew why the Pikmin ran away and hid in the first place. God, I am not used to the idea of Olimar having such a bassy voice. I always thought he was like, in the old games, he was always like a little squeaky toy squeaking and talking. But now all of a sudden, Olimar's blueberries dropped, and he has an incredibly bassy voice in his gibberish. I better make a note of this in my voyage log. Record and log. Do it right now. You never know when this kind of information will prove useful. Now, how to phrase it. Hold on, I'm actually putting in my storage log? Oh, okay, here it is. When I arrived at this area, the Pikmin started acting quite strange. They flew out of the onion and immediately hid. I can't find my spaceship parts without them. I suppose I'll just keep looking for them and call them back using my whistle. No. I need to find my missing ship parts, but it will be much easier if I have more Pikmin to help me. Alright, right now we've got 5 little red boys. Now, I know that... Here we are. I know that in the realm of the Pikmin world, there's a bunch of different Pikmin. There we are. There's a bunch of different Pikmin. Oh, I can... Alright, cycle through, pick which color I'm going to be operating with. But I know a lot of people tend to have their own. Alright, a little drop down, a little fan over there. Alright. So that fan is probably going to be how we get back up. But yeah, the red Pikmin are my personal favorite. They are the most basic and generic, but also grass. There we are. But also they are, oh, we do get a little bit of a hop. They're fireproof, and they are, or at least they were at one point, the most combatively powerful of the Pikmin. But also, when I think Pikmin, they are the most... Yeah, nope. The most pivotal, like, design that I think of. Okay. Wow, that's a tight jump, though. Alright, there are a few more up here, so I did have to make that jump anyways. Get over here, buddy. Next up, I would probably say the blue Pikmin. The yellow Pikmin are adorable, but the ears in the early games on the GameCube really made them feel a little bit too elf-like for me. And as a fan of big dwarven energy, there we are. You know, all of that plays into fictional fantasy stereotypes. Nowadays, there are a few more. There's the rock Pikmin. There's the poison Pikmin. I kind of like the poison Pikmin, but just because they have a very stark color contrast and they're so much smaller. And if they're eaten, they actually hurt things after death, which is very important for a lot of fights. Eventually, they had rock Pikmin and sumo Pikmin. I like the sumo Pikmin because I do like the color purple. The rock Pikmin were way too generic. Now they have glow Pikmin, and these guys look cool as hell. Okay, there has to be a ship part around here somewhere. This is the perfect situation to rely upon my pup's powerful nose. Track down one of those ship parts, girl. Alright, so what button gives me the search option? Oh! Interesting. I bet they're gonna pull me up to where that enemy is, though. Yep, they're gonna want me to fight something now. So the way Pikmin fight, I pick which one I'm gonna use as the bulk of my combat group. A button to chuck them, hold it, and you can chuck them a little bit farther, but... Or at least that's the way it used to be. It seems to be that that's not what happens anymore. So yeah, A button to throw them. Once they go near something, their mode of combat is incredibly relatable, and I love it. A creature. I don't see any ship parts. Could that thing have swallowed one whole? Well, if so, getting in there to fight it is going to be a pain in the butt. Okay. So, by the looks of it, I've got to make it lose its quills first, and then I can fight it. Alright, how long do I have once it loses them? Alright, and gather them back up. Everybody get over here. Alright, I need it to lose one more section. There we go. I don't think we've lost anybody seriously yet. Kinda gotta do a little bit of a claw grip in order to run and hold the charge. There we are. That ought to finish it off. Anyways, Dem, I did not ask earlier, how are things going for you? How are the puppos doing? And I'm fairly certain you're probably still on summer break, correct? When does that wrap up? It's the interstellar radio. We located it at last. With this back in my possession, I can finally call for help. We still don't know why the Pikmin ran off. We just know that they ran off. Now, I've heard, and I don't know if this is true, because I haven't looked at any gameplay and I haven't looked into it, that once we get past all of this tutorial stuff, that I actually get to make my Olimar stand-in captain character. Things are alright, on break till October. Nice! That's a nice long break. Got a few resits to do in a few weeks? Do you mean, like, retests? Like some redone parts of your last semester or something? Because I remember at least one of them. Oh! Double shipwrecks are rare and extremely unlucky. Alright, so the story is such that Olimar went out on an endeavor to, for whatever purpose, and had to call out for a rescue. And even now the rescue needs a rescue. And so we are the Rescue Corps. Following emergency protocol, all officers were directed to evacuate the ship immediately. Finding the dispersed Rescue Corps is now your top priority. Oh, alright, so we do actually get to make our character. Yeah, alright, so it is some... At least you get the opportunity to go through with that. You don't have to... Alright, we're going to go with that. Just a little bit of color on us. Oh, I like this man. Gruff and grizzled. Yeah, not a fan of the pear shape. I don't hate this one, but I like this man. Oh, come on. I've got to stick... Like, a part of me wants to just stick with that, but, like, Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, no, I've got to stick with that. We are going to change up the hair, though. Pompadour! Oh, man, kind of want to do the pompadour. No, I'm doing it. I'm doing the pompadour. Give us that Kuwabara hair. Alright. I think I'm going to stick with the red outfit, though. Yeah! I love the pompadour! The Rescue Corps' newest officer. They recently accepted a dangerous mission to rescue their missing colleagues. I normally wouldn't make a goofy character, but I saw the grizzled old man in the pompadour and my fate was sealed. Hey, I'll be on while at work, so I won't be in chat much. Hey, Quinn is actually in the chat for once. So, that is the other half of the Super Rensack Brothers that has been MIA for a very long time. It's only 6:30 and I'm already tired. My guy, I totally relate. Yesterday, I think I slept like 14 hours. It was absurd. I love it. The little Kuwabara hair run. MIA for about 2 years or so. Alright. Nothing back that way. I've always got to scan the horizon, because you never know what's going to be here. God, I'm so excited, though. The little puppy guy. He's all over the box cover and all the promotional art. Gotta love the inclusion of any sort of pet feature. Do I get to name it? Nope, it is just Ochi. This young, loyal rescue pup is one of an elite breed of space dog that's long served the Shepherd family. This is his first mission. Alright. So, the dog was a member of the Rescue Corps. Understood. You encounter the Rescue Corps' rescue pup, Ochi. The remaining 6 rescue officers are still out there somewhere. Well, I imagine I'm not going to find all of them on this one map. Ochi, you can't imagine that I'm going to pick anything up. I can't pick anything up. I'm not allowed. I don't have Pikmin. You found someone resting in the... Was that resting in the field? I didn't read that fast enough. Alright. Alright, can't... No way! Ochi's got that much brawn in the little body? I wonder what Ochi... Because I've seen clips of Ochi being used to help lift things along with the Pikmin. Just how much is he valued at in comparison? Because in past games, that would be something that would take like 15 Pikmin to move. That thing is rooted in place. Is that you? Ochi? Thank the stars! I wasn't sure that my SOS signal had reached headquarters. So, you and Ochi found and rescued me. Together? That's actually quite surprising. I've never known Ochi to listen to anyone other than our captain. Yeah, that's because I'm the captain now. Oh, I should probably introduce myself. I'm Colin, the I'm Colin. Doesn't look like Colin. It's probably supposed to be Colin. But I don't know why my brain went there. Communications operator for the Rescue Corps. Hey Quinn, hope you're doing well. Hope it's an easy work day for you, coming from Richard. Well, Quinn is in the market of selling things. What is this? Oh, I'm sorry, I had a notification. As the Rescue Corps' comms operator, he handles communications for his fellow officers. Plus, he's handy with a wrench. So, yeah, as long as Quinn is out there making sales, he is having a productive day, and when he has a productive day, he has a good day. It's almost like for him, making money is like the entire reason he goes to work or something. My path got cut off by a small landslide, and when my hunger became unbearable, I decided to nap to preserve my stamina. You're our latest recruit, right? Ian, isn't it? I couldn't be more grateful to you for rescuing me. As I mentioned before, I was the one who sent out the emergency signal. The rest of the Rescue Corps, well, it was a rough landing. We entered the planet's atmosphere and lost control of the ship. What happened? No? I have no idea. There were 6 officers on the ship, but we were separated when we ejected from the spacecraft. No. We came here to find Captain Olimar, whose own ship had crashed, only to suffer the same fate. It's almost embarrassing. I'm surprised at how good the land looks in this game, though. I've confirmed that our spaceship, the SS Shepherd, landed somewhere over there. But I couldn't reach it on my own. Now that you're here, maybe we can find a way back to it. And, if we're lucky, we'll come across a few stranded rescue officers along the way. Oh, before I forget, take this. It's an official Rescue Corps tablet. We use them to share information. Thank goodness I always carry... Yeah, I just carry an extra tablet with me. Alright, check our missions. I am already here, the most important member of the team, as well as Ochi, the second most important member of the team. You can use this app anytime to confirm what's your top priority. I have some other handy apps to share, but Dude, just give me all my tools now. If you have them, give them to me. They're gonna be useful. Alright. can check some shortcuts, rescue the survey, or rescue the rescue corps rather. My mom carries 2 iPads with her. Well, Dem, way to make me feel like an absolute heel for questioning people choosing to do things like that. I don't even carry my own tablet with me. Like, I have a tablet, it just exists in my room and never leaves. It's just what I play stuff on when I'm on my way to bed. Now then, let's go find the SS Shepherd. One thing I do use my tablet for, this is something kind of interesting. So, I have a program on it. Oh man, what is it called? I'd have to look up the name of the program. I can't think of it right now, but it is a self-streaming program, and it lets me mirror what is visible. I think it's called Parsec, because it has something to do with like the Star Wars distance traveled or something like that. I can see the ship, but I have no idea how we're gonna reach it from here. You know, there's something familiar about this area. I remember something. It's just up ahead. Let's go. But what it is it lets me mirror my personal computer to my tablet. And I can actually use my tablet with a remote game controller, much like the one I used for my Switch that I have talked about extensively before. If I hook this up to my PC, I can actually sit in my room on my tablet and play my PC games with almost no lag. So little lag that as long as I'm playing a solo game and not online competitive, it's actually hardly noticeable. Look, that's it. See that big hole in the ground over there? If only we could find a way there, then we could finally reunite with the SS Shepherd. Well, let's get a little creative. Can you dig here? Alright, well, I'm having trouble fighting the camera, but that was the answer. Ochi doing a little digging. This is the perfect job for a rescue pup. Good pup, Ochi. You're making easy work of... Let me read this game. You're making easy work of all that dirt. Almost there. Alright, now we gotta hop down, and obviously that tunnel is gonna be the outlet that we saw before. You can see why rescue pups are the whatever's pride and joy. This looks just like the other hole we saw. Well done, Ochi. Yeah, see, that's exactly what I just said. I don't know how I feel about the dog, honestly. It's... Personally, I like it, but I would much rather have started with more Pikmin and found the dog as a new tool to add on top of the base game. But right now, they're starting me with the dog, and it feels like I haven't even gotten to the base game. Well, obviously, they're connected underground. It looks pretty deep. We're just going to have to dive right in. Let's go! Though it does look pretty dark down there, how about you shut up and just jump in? We've got little lights on our face. If anything, Ochi's the one that's going to have trouble seeing. Pikmin is by far one of, if not my favorite series. I have avoided hearing anything about the new game. I wanted everything to be a surprise. Hopefully it lives up to my expectation. That might be my issue. I'm not sure, or I'm sure it'll grow on me. Hey, what is it, Ochi? Because right now it just, it doesn't feel like a Pikmin game. I have no Pikmin, and I'm already being given the tutorial. They started out giving me Pikmin. And then they took them immediately away. It's like, God, what is that? It's like the Metroid formula. Let me see Samus do all of the cool stuff, take it all away, and make me earn it back. Well, that works in Metroid because that's been the long-standing tradition. That doesn't work in Pikmin because it's been the long-standing tradition to immediately give me Pikmin. He's trying to tell us something. Perhaps another rescue officer is down here. Well, I'm sure there's something somewhere. Yeah, look, I know it's a dead end, but sometimes when I walk close enough to a trigger point, cutscenes happen. I've got to give it my exploration. So again, here we are probably going to have to engage in some sort of combat, and I still don't have Pikmin. Oh my, what a place to find the captain. That terrified individual you see over there is the captain of our rescue corps team. Look sharp, Ian. The captain comes from a long line of cool, automatic pushing through the story. Love it. This is no time for a history lesson. Hurry up and do something. Alright. Send Ochi after... Yeah. Really, they're just single shots even. Alright. Well, point is, you're rescued now. Get down. Whew. Now we can relax a bit. Captain, we took care of the creatures down here. Can you get down? I hope so. My arms are almost numb. I've been hanging on so long. Okay, I can do this. What's your status, Cullen? Are you okay? Shouldn't I be asking you that? I'm just relieved to see you're all right. Okay, so something stereotype about women driving, something shit blew up, something. Oh, you. I haven't seen you since rookie training camp. I'm Captain Shepard of the Rescue Corps, if you don't remember. No. Did you order Ochi to get rid of those creatures all by yourself? Huh. Ochi's not supposed to obey anyone but me. I guess that rookie training paid off after all, didn't it? You know, the first time I saw you in training, I had a feeling you'd make a top-notch dog trainer. A 99th generation Rescue Corps officer. She was saved by a rescue pup as a child, sparking a lifelong love for her furry colleagues. I clearly missed the tutorial. I didn't know that they would start the game without Pikmin. It's like they're trying to make the game more than just Pikmin, but the issue is... Yeah, again, the issue is it's a Pikmin game. I bought a Pikmin game, I want to play a Pikmin game, give me my Pikmin. It would be like starting a Pokemon game without a professor explaining the Pokemon world to you. Yeah, again, they can explain the world to me, but the entire concept is the Pikmin. Like, that's what has built the franchise that we love. So, again, it would be like if the professor was explaining the world of Pokemon to you, but then was like, so until we give you a Pokemon, here, have this machine gun. But as soon as you get your machine gun, as soon as you get your Pokemon, the machine gun takes a back road because, let's be honest, superpowered creatures are way better anyways. We found Captain Shepard. With the captain here, it feels like there may be some hope for us after all. Well, hey! Sorry to interrupt, Captain, but, what were you doing down here anyway? While exploring the surface, I discovered a suspicious hole. I leaned over to take a look inside and fell right in. I wandered around this cave trying to find an exit when I came up on those icky, slimy creatures. Hang on! Did you fall down the hole located near the Shepherd? We entered this cave in an attempt to reach that very opening. Well then, what are we waiting around here for? Let's get back to the SS Shepherd. Is something wrong? You didn't say anything, Ian. Copy that is the Rescue Corps way of saying understood. Let's try saying it together. Copy that. Understood. You're not going to tell me what to say. I'm sure you're just nervous. This is your first official mission after all. Yeah, well, your official records can bite me in the ass. It'll all come naturally to you soon enough. Don't worry. I already told him I'm the captain now. You're just here to fill out space. That said, you'll need to review the Rescue Corps Rescue Journal for your upcoming missions. It's essential to our work. No, what's essential to our work is succeeding. Your bureaucratic bullshit can screw off. You'll be able to access them via your tablet as the need arises, so put them to good use while out in the field. Since Ochi and you have bonded, I officially approve of your partnership. I'll be observing you both to see what skills you have as a rescue pup trainer. Alright, so we do have the rush command. And this is where... Is this where we... No, we fell down from... Maybe we did fall down from up there, because that looks like it goes further down. Charge it up and tear it down. But yeah, when they gave the dog with Olimar in the tutorial, that was kind of the bulk of it. Charging into things and being a new mobile, I'd almost say, tool. Which was a lot more befitting of a new addition to the game. You know, new mechanics, new ways to use in combat. But even after the slam option, the bulk of the damage came from the Pikmin that he had with him. That's where I fell in. My word, do you think you survived a fall from that height? But more importantly, how are we supposed to climb up there? Well, in past games, this thing is an automatic system. All I'm saying is, when we get to this ship, I better not repair this ship and leave until I have at least one Pikmin at my disposal. Excuse me, Ian. I suggest you exercise a bit more caution when encountering something unfamiliar. Maybe don't just touch it. It was unfamiliar to you, but I've read the manuals. Quite literally. The old Pikmin games had manuals. I completely agree. Though, in this case, your impulsive behavior did get us out of the cave. And your impulsive behavior got you ran up a tree by a bunch of slimes. Clearly, I'm the better captain. Get out of my way. Alright, Captain, the Rescue Corps flag has officially been planted. Now, for the status report on all cave-related activities. We located and rescued one castaway, and no other individuals were found during our research. And Colin, you are ahead of yourself if you think we have fully explored that underground area. I found at least one pathway that we didn't go down. No. Noted. Then let's consider the investigation of this cave complete. You guys are wrong. I hope this experience will help you prepare for the challenges inherent to our work. There are lives depending on us. But you both did good work today. Well done, Ian and Ochi. I guess we're gonna just skip right over the fact that we had to rescue the captain herself. Colin, you look different since the last time I saw you. Did you do something new with your hair? I don't think so. I've been a bit busy trying to, you know, not die. Of course, and good for you, you did it. Well, here she is, the SS Shepherd. I still don't see any Pikmin or onions in the vicinity. Although we do have some flowers over there, which are how you get more Pikmin, so maybe we got something. Is that smoke pouring out of my shepherd? I'll investigate right away. Yep, famous last words. Status report. Upon investigating the interior of the ship, I discovered the engine had overheated, and that the spaceship was seconds away from total destruction. What? Oh no, will it be okay? It will. I initiated an emergency shutdown and everything's stable. Thankfully, the engine can be repaired. However, the ship's energy stores are now completely empty. So we have no way of getting off this planet, let alone searching for Captain Olimar. It's almost like you're a terrible captain. Not necessarily. I think I saw something in Captain Olimar's voyage log that may prove useful. Here it is. Take a look at this. Pikmin, Pikmin, Pikmin. Voyage log. I found treasure. After thorough investigation into the shiny object found on this planet, I have deduced that they must contain sparklium. Oh, I love it. Unobtainium. I feel giddy to have found real-life treasure, but my focus must remain on my main objective, finding the missing parts of the SS Dolphin. Still the better name for the ship. The GameCube's code name being Dolphin, Dolphin the name of the ship. Absolutely love it. In layman's terms, we should be able to extract sparklium from sparkling objects that we find on this planet and can convert it into energy. If they can be used to restart and restore the SS Shepherd, those objects truly are nothing short of real-life treasures. I'm skeptical, but at this point we have nothing to lose. This may be our only chance. So from this point on, we have a new mission. Find and collect all the sparkly objects that we can. Copy that. Captain, does this include your helmet? If we just remove your helmet and, you happened to have died on the crash landing of the impact, I can take my proper role as the succeeding captain, the successful individual, and you can be given a champion's burial at space. And we can use the sparkling light on your helmet for sparklium. Apparently, sparkly objects can be used as an energy source. Locate as many as you can and restart the SS Shepherd. Once we collect this treasure, we'll need a way to transport it. Yeah, I know! Give me Pikmin! For that, we can use the SS Beagle. We just need a good place for it to land. Huh, what's that over there? It's almost like it's an effective place for it to land. It's so shiny. Maybe it's some sort of landmark, but I'm not completely sure. It looks like the perfect spot for a base of operations. Call the ship over. SS Beagle reporting repositioning successful. Good. Our preparations are complete. Let's find that treasure. Yep, got some sparkliness over here. Some sort of shovel fork? Is that what I think it is? This has to be a treasure. Just look at the way it sparkles. Let's check the tablet to see if it's emitting a high energy reading. Alright, rookie. Plus to open the... Alright, yep. Opening. Presence of sparklium confirmed. That star in the center represents the treasure. From now on, you can consult your radar map to check if there are any treasures in your area. Okay, but what else can I see in my area? Literally nothing. Lovely. Excellent work. I'm going to take this auspicious start as a good sign. But, how are we going to move it? Well, I have an answer, but you're making me use the new thing. We at least get to dig it out with him, which makes more sense. And it is a fork. Alright, the dog is worth 3 Pikmin. This treasure is large. How can we physically collect something this big? The ship uses a... Yeah, Colin letting the commander, or the captain, know things about her ship that she should already know. The ship uses a special type of light ray that miniaturizes objects during collection, so it shouldn't be a problem. I'll examine it with the sensors on the SS Beagle right away. Let's hope it contains the type of energy we need. Well, how much is it worth? Yes, energy detected. If we can collect 250 more units of sparklium, we may be able to restart the Shepherd. But the Shepherd is supposed to run on high-octane energy. Will this work? I believe we can get it to run on sparklium alone, though it may be a bumpier ride. But before that can happen, we're going to need a lot more. Well, then we need to search the area for more treasure. Alright, we got this thing up here, which, yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. There we are. Get in there. Oh, it's a Game Boy. That's what it is. Hell yeah. That's going to take a lot more than 3 to... And it's got power. And a full battery. The damn thing's got green lights. Yes. Although it's a shame to try and use this for power. God, I love these little Easter eggs, though. Come back here. Call Ochi and go look for more treasure. Yeah, but that's the best treasure we've seen so far. Game Boy Advance SP. Which reminds me, we actually have a shop nearby. Alright, I'm going to have to figure out how to get out there, because I don't think Ochi can hop up there. Yeah, no, he's limited on that. Onion! Yes! We finally can get some Pikmin. Game Boy Advance SP, best reference I've seen by Nintendo in a Nintendo game since Kid Icarus Uprising. Nintendo, in Pikmin, they have always had various references with things like that at the time, and I really hope that they continue what they've done in past entries and give them fun names. In past things, when you would find an item and return it to your ship, they would have unique names that were not in any way referenced to what the item was. So, something like a Game Boy Advance SP would have been called like an entertainment brick or something like that. And I hope they do that here again. What's this?
What?
Is it a treasure? It's better than a treasure. It is the treasure of friendship! Wait, is that not an onion? Hold on. But it's got the little feeties on the bottom and everything. There we go, okay. But yeah, we have a local shop that has started doing custom orders on modifying consoles. And I actually have a whole bunch of stuff set up to do my own Game Boy Advance SP mod. I just have not had the time to go into it. And I'm really thinking of taking the stuff over there and paying them to do the mod for me, since I already have all the equipment I want installed. And if I do that, I really want to do a video on what they did. Probably a little review of the quality of a job they did. Maybe something like that. But it is specifically a mod for a Game Boy Advance SP. Huh, it moved. I don't think it's a treasure. No. It is a treasure, just not one that's going to give us sparklium. It is a treasure that is going to give us a potentially nigh limitless source of manpower. What could it be? It looks kind of like a plant. Could this be that thing Captain Olimar wrote about in his voyage log? He called it an onion. If this is an onion, then what is that sprout? I don't know. Let me take my clearly impulsive behavior that you guys don't like, pluck this thing, and show you that this is the greatest thing that you guys will have ever seen. And again, we're starting with my favorite, the red Pikmin. I think that's the one you normally start with. Oh my, I think this could be a Pikmin. According to Captain Olimer's voyage log, they're friendly and helpful creatures. Well then, maybe they could help us while we explore and look for treasure. Captain, why do you look so terrified? Look at that, Ochi. You're already bonding with the Pikmin. You should introduce yourself as well, Ian. And, Captain, how long do you intend to hide back there? Alright. Immediately gonna come over here and get more Pikmin. My guy, you don't need to tell me too much about this. I've got a little bit behind me on this. I still have my old Game Boy Advance SP somewhere. It's red, though. My brother had the blue one, but its battery actually exploded. If it didn't damage the internals too bad, I believe you can buy replacement batteries. I actually did a replacement of mine recently. I also replaced the battery in my... By the way, I highly recommend if you have a DS, DS Lite, or 3DS in your vicinity, that you pull the old batteries out and replace them. You can buy replacement batteries on Amazon. I think even the more expensive options are only like $20, $25, somewhere in that range. And to keep your battery alive and functioning, that is worth it all day long in my book. I remember seeing someone set up a way to play GTA 5 on a Game Boy. I think it was an original Game Boy, though. Yes, I saw this. What they did is they created some sort of data transfer cartridge, and I think it digitized a screen output to their Game Boy. So they had a digitized representation of GTA 5 running on the Game Boy, although I think it was technically playing on a different system elsewhere. Much like how I referenced playing PC games on my tablet through the Parsec program. Which, by the way, Parsec is, at least to my understanding, still free. At least up from my understanding, because I've never had to pay for it myself, and I absolutely strongly support people trying it out and seeing if it works for you, because I think it's one of the greatest things around. I can literally sit in my tub, take a controller with me, sit in a nice bubble bath, put my feet up, enjoy the warm water, and have my tablet just like on a table next to me, controller in my hand, nice out of the water, and I can play my PC games, sitting there chilling out in my little bubble tub. I love it. What? More sprouts? That red seed-like thing is apparently called a pellet. If you feed one to the onion, it will create more Pikmin. Or if you feed it organic matter of dead enemies. Which is the better way, in my opinion. What a mysterious life form. Alright. So, the other thing is, if I leave the Pikmin in, I can actually set it up. Oh, wow. I can actually... There we are. I can set it up to get more, further along Pikmin. So Pikmin start out with the leaf head. And honestly, I think this is the more adorable version of Pikmin to be had. But if you leave them in the ground, they will eventually start to sprout. And eventually they'll grow flowers on their head. With the flowers, they are actually... There we are. The flowers actually make them stronger Pikmin. At least in combat, they actually don't have any more lift power. but they are stronger and more durable when it comes to fighting things. That should be enough there, right? Nope, Ochi is not covering the distance. There we are. That ought to do it. But again, now Ochi is filling the role of 3 potential Pikmin, allowing me to send those Pikmin out to do that job, and have the remaining 6 Pikmin with me to go do something else while they are seeing that through to fruition. So let's see how many Pikmin this takes. 5. Send them all up there. Now I know that they have finished their task over here. Holy cow, that was worth 150. Which honestly is about right. Nintendo products should be more valuable because it is a Nintendo IP. Alright, a nice shiny bell. If the idea is something being shiny having value, that should be worth a lot more than the first item we found. You two make a fantastic combination, Ian and Ochi. Thanks a bunch. Yes, keep up the good work. The Pikmin are very obedient. They move and work like tiny rescue pups. They're also equally as adorable. Now it's time to extract the energy from the treasure. Get started right away, Colin. Alright, we are heading into Nightfall. Now, this is the first time in the entirety of the Pikmin franchise, I believe, that we actually get to do things at night if you choose to. However, from what I remember in the promotion stuff, if you choose to be active at night, you also have to deal with stronger enemies, which is true to what happens in the past games. In fact, the enemies would be stronger and more aggressive and actually flood your base of operations. And if you left any Pikmin out in the field, they died. Like you came back and they were gone. Guaranteed. I believe in the first one, if that happened, you actually saw them get eaten. Energy from the treasure will soon be extracted. It'll flow directly into the SS Shepherd. Please have a name. Please have a name. Please have a name. Alright, no fun names. But yeah, it would have been like, giant farming utensil, game block, or entertainment block, item of audible discretion, or there were always weird names, and there was some of my favorite things to see in the game. Also, the absolutely terrifying nightmare sound that the Pikmin would make when you would go underground. They would chant, and if you had like a big bulk of them, they would all chant something in unison, and it was just a little song sound bit. But when you have 100 little creatures all chanting in unison, marching their way through a deep underground with an ominous background track, it was a little... You suddenly went from goofy, colorful nonsense to something that might have had a dark undertone. We restarted the SS Shepherd using the sparklium extracted from the treasure. We did it! The ship's back online! We still don't have enough energy to fly, but now we can use the radar to look for our missing rescue officers. Excellent, Colin. Boot it up and see if we pick up any signals.
Oh.
I'm picking up multiple SOS signals. They could be coming from our lost rescue officers. And even Captain Alamon. Then we don't have a moment to lose. Time to get rescuing. But yeah, Captain Olimar was legit inside someone's house. That'll be an interesting... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so Pikmin has often had boss fights. Hear me out. Wildest boss fight in Pikmin history. You actually have to fight a human in their house. Alright, we've got some sparklium. We've rescued 2 officers. That's it. Yes! The Noble Bident, the Stone of Advancement, and the Path Creator. We got the names! That's interesting. The ship is automatically naming the objects. The Stone of Advancement. I fucking love it. We encounter unknown objects and elements on our missions all the time, so I had a naming AI installed on our ships. Apparently it was co-created by a famous appraiser. It's more sophisticated than I expected. Pretty impressive. It is... No, it is more than neat, Colin. You shut your mouth. But a backup power source probably would have been more helpful. Again, Colin, you shut your mouth. The naming scheme is mandatory, and I am glad it is here. Colin out here being a Debbie Downer. I was worried when I saw the smoke billowing out from the SS Shepherd. I didn't know how things would shake out. Thank goodness we were able to make the repairs. I'd been roughing it for long enough, and there's something to be said for finally having properly prepared a meal. And you're sure we have enough emergency rations, Colin? We have no idea how long we'll be stuck on this planet. I counted our stock 3 times, but I can do it again. Excellent plan. Now, tomorrow we'll focus on recon, so you and Ochi need to eat and get lots of rest, Ian. By the way, in Pikmin 3, I think the entire premise of Pikmin 3 is going out and gathering resources for a planet. So there are other planets that these creatures inhabit, as evidenced by the fact that I think when we rescued our crewmates, we have seen at least, I think, 2 planet names. But don't forget to review your missions before heading to bed. Secure energy sources. The next milestone, by the looks of it, is going to be 1500. And, of course, rescue more. Oh, I used a pin? I commend your instincts. Pinning a mission is a great way to keep track of your objective and progress. Well, I guess I'll leave that one pinned. Not that everything else matters about it. However, it is stated that the rescue mission is top priority. Alright, are you guys gonna let me, like, off the chains finally? Can I get to the game? We're like, what, an hour in? Yeah, we're like an hour and 10 minutes into the stream, and I'm finally getting let off the chain, I suspect. Alright, I guess this is everyone. I call this strategy meeting to order. Hold up, let me correct something here. Here we go. There we are. Copy that. Here's the latest status report. As of today, 2 rescue officers and 1 rescue pup have been recovered thanks to the efforts of Ian. However, the whereabouts of the other 4 rescue officers remain unknown, and the SS Shepherd is out of commission. We also still need to find Captain Olimar. Do not forget that, Colin. Captain Olimar is worth 5 of your lives. I will stand boldly behind that claim. All things considered, our primary mission, the rescue of Captain Olimar, has run into some roadblocks. Our first priority is now the search and rescue of our fellow rescue officers. Look, I want to do research, apparently. Ian, Ochi, fly to the area where our radar picked up those distress signals and try to track down our missing personnel. Colin and I will remain with the ship. We'll provide direction and guidance from here. Yeah, don't worry. We'll be available via the SS Shepherd's wireless communication at all times, so you'll have our full support. I wouldn't typically assign so much responsibility to a rookie, but after seeing you in action, I know you can handle it. Plus, you'll be in good paws with Ochi by your side. You two make a great team. Captain, what about our search for Captain Alamar? Or should we officially put it on pause? No, we may still find him during our hunt for the other rescue officers. I'll keep it in our mission list, just in case. On that note, I hereby call this strategy meeting to a close. Copy that. Captain Alamar is shipwrecked on this unknown planet. Discover his whereabouts while you search for missing Rescue Corps officers. Can do, will do, leaving you all because I need my Pikmin. Wait. 13 out of 20. Why only 20 Pikmin? There we are. Ochi, get back here. Gotta start by bolstering our numbers, get more Pikmin. The simple fact is, even if they have a limit of 20 Pikmin of any one color, having more in stock is going to be necessary because, unfortunately, Pikmin are not immortal. Pikmin eventually have an upper limit to their sustainability because combat happens and things seem to like eating Pikmin. Huh, the onion stopped spitting out seeds. Based on life signals from inside the onion, there are clearly more Pikmin in there. Maybe Pikmin have evolved to self-limit how many can be out in the surface at any time to prevent unnecessary loss. Are you free to chat real quick? Nope. Not until I get the rest of my Pikmin back, and then we can discuss your problematic existence. Hold on. Okay, yeah, there is 20. I was gonna say, where'd the last one go?
Picture.
You'll be pleased to learn that I installed a few new apps on your tablet. I'm sure you'll find them more than useful when you're out in the field, so check them out when you have a spare minute. Now that we have that sorted out, are you ready to get out there and explore? I'm already exploring. What are you talking about? Which area would you like to explore? I'm sorry? Isn't this where we already are? Hold on. Where are you What is this? Oh, the onion's going too. Well, the onion damn well better go with me. I am currently, like, their key leader. This is the most important thing right now. Oh, that's right, I can find more onions. So, at the start, they had 3 Pikmin all housing one individual onion. So I suspect as I find more onions, they will start to merge together the same way that one was. I've got to hand it to them. I love the way they set these things up. I've talked about it before, that my brother and I have discussed possibly hiding some 3D printed little Pikmin figures and things like that around our actual garden area. And that's because the entirety of Pikmin looks like that's the entire setup for it. And so I love that they're doing that here, that you're going to have your little Pikmin guys actually running around a garden. Essentially, a yard. Someone's yard. Someone lives here, and we're just taking their shit. Like, imagine being the kid who goes to find the Game Boy they set down when they went to play on the slide, and it's just gone because these little Pikmins have taken it back to the ship and have converted it into a power source. Come in, come in. This is Colin. Looks like you made it there in one piece. Hang on, I'll have the captain explain how today's rescue operation will work. See that clock at the top left corner of your screen? It's set up so the hand will reach the rightmost edge at the area's local sunset time. Search for our missing rescue officers during the day, but hustle back to the rescue command post before dark. On it! Try to remember that you're supposed to respond with, copy that. Anyway, get out there and make us proud. Again, you're not going to tell me how to respond. Oh, you probably noticed that the Onion accompanied the SS Beagle. According to the voyage log, the Onion also serves as a form of transportation for the Pikmin. We've got a lot to do and can take all the help we can get. I think you could put those Pikmin to good use. That has always been the plan. I also remember that it used to be that you could have 100 Pikmin out at once. So clearly, Pikmin have gone through some evolution, as they have called it. In the meantime. No. I need to get back here. You are worth 3 Pikmin. I need 1 Pikmin to take this. Alright, now, interesting bit here. As I recall, this doesn't need 5 Pikmin to carry if they're all the same color as the actual tablet. Is that the case? Let's double check here. Alright, it does take all 5. Yes! Take the corpse! And now we shall turn that into more Pikmin. I clearly like to treat Pikmin like some sort of virus on the world. Just go, produce, spread, maximize Pikmin production. Come in, Ian. I forgot an important detail, that is, you're going to need Ochi's help when it comes to searching for the rescue officers. He has a sharp sense of smell, so he'll be able to locate the rescue officers by tracking their scents. Use Y to open the actions, and then use the left joystick to select a search command. To begin with, command Ochi to pick up a scent. You never know where his nose may lead you. Rescue operations are a race against time, so put your Dendori skills to work to find our rescue officers quickly. You look a little confused. Have you never heard the term Dendori before, Ian? How to explain? Pikmin, like some kind of virus upon the world. The irony is the game you finished playing last... Look, in the last stream, I was fighting against a guy looking to end the world with a virus. I suppose you could justify that there are viral-like entities that aren't inherently problematic, especially considering that they self-regulate to how many of them can exist on the surface world at any given point in time. That said, more Pikmin is always a good thing. A Dendori is the art of organizing your tasks strategically and working with maximum efficiency to execute your plans quickly. Its practice has fallen by the wayside in recent years, but it's still a core tenet of the Rescue Corps, so take it to heart. Embracing the art of Dendori is essential to our... I like the term Dendori, honestly, that's kind of fun. It's just a fun word to say. Embracing the art of Dendori is essential to our work, and you'll need it out there while searching for our rescue officers. To get things started, open Y for the actions, and command Ochi to sniff out our missing comrades. But more Pikmin, guys! Oh! Oh, I can have it sniff for anything. I'm gonna do that one. Follow the scent, Ochi. I mean, we're heading that way. Literally, I have something I could do back that way. But we have a sand wall to take down. Also one of these enemies to sneak up on. It used to be that if you fought these guys head on, you would likely lose a Pikmin or two. But if you snuck up behind them, you could more effectively get the drop on them and take them out in one shot. Alright, so now these Pikmin are going to do their thing. We're going to pull Ochi back. Never mind, he is dead set on tracking the scent. I'm going to go back and gather up our other Pikmin and return with more forces to tear down that wall. Germs are used to make cheese. Quote from Recess. Coincidentally, cheese is my favorite food. Have you not watched the Boondocks, Richard? Cheese is like the food of choice for white people. In fact, per a somewhat quote from Boondocks, you could, what was it, tame the white supremacy something 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 with cheese? Grandpa knew what was up. That's a pretty rock, isn't it? It doesn't seem like treasure, but it might be useful. I'll check Captain Olimar's voyage log. One could mistake this raw material for a simple stone, but it has more in common with amber and other fossilized biological matter. When heated, it melts into a brown clay and becomes malleable. I should be able to find many applications for it. So there's actual resource here? I'm a fair hand with machines, but I don't know much about material science. If we had our scientist back, I bet he'd be able to make good use of this. Collect it for now. He'll be excited to have something to work with after we find him. Awesome. Yeah. Send a few Pikmin on that task. Again, come back and grab these ones. Have you lost track of any Pikmin? And check the radar map and retrieve them. No, I haven't lost track of anyone. They've just finished doing their job. Alright, I think those Pikmin should be going back and forth. At least, again, that's the way it used to be when there was a resource that had a numbered value. Yep, that's what it looked like. So we've got our raw materials. We've got all of our Pikmin. We should have 20 now. Yep. We've gone through maybe a third-ish. Obviously, once we start hitting near the red, we need to be coming back anyways. Oh, that's right. There was new things on the tablet. Alright, the menu. Status report, missions, ID badge. I do like the ID badge. I love getting to make your own little character on this. Alright, nothing else particularly necessary. Bring Ochi back here. You cannot tame the white supremacist power with cheese. Yeah, and then Grandpa's like, shut up, yes I can. And you know what? I agree with Grandpa. He knew what was up. Grandpa in that show, man, he knew more of what was up than he should have at any given point in time. I'm just saying. Shame the guy who made the Boondocks, as good as it went on to make the show Black Jesus. I didn't hate the final season of the Boondocks, but it wasn't very well received. I don't remember I don't remember the show Black Jesus, but I do remember much of the Boondocks, which, by the way, I read the Boondocks comics in the papers back when that's what it was. So I remember reading the Boondocks comics. I remember when the Boondocks show came out. And my God, you would never be able to justify... The Boondocks could get away with it because it's an established IP now. But someone wanting to make that show from scratch right now... Hold on. Wow, that was loud. If someone wanted to make that show right now, they would be bricked off from ever attempting that right now. And it's absurd because the show pulls no punches and it throws shade at everyone, which is, I think, part of the way that they managed to make it work. there's a whole problem with shows nowadays that, especially when they're new shows trying to get started, they choose to dogpile on a couple key archetypes of people, I'll say, rather than, again, like shows back in the day used to, where they pulled no punches and no one was safe. And frankly, I think if you're going to do a show like that, that's the way it needs to be. You can't have a protected class of people. Yeah, if you're gonna have a parody about social dynamics, you have your parody about social dynamics, and no one is safe ever. Look, there's a cave here too. This area is crawling with creatures. Our rescue officers could have retreated into the cave to get away from them. Well, we should probably take a look inside. It's not gonna stop me at all. Hopping right in. I go after everyone with my sense of humor, although my sense of humor would get me in trouble with the FCC if I did make my own cartoon. And frankly, I think that's the way it should be. If you self-censor to that degree without somebody else kind of holding a sword of Damocles over you, it feels shallow and it genuinely feels racist, I guess is the way to say it, or whatever ist you're dividing across. If you're gonna throw shade everywhere. I wonder if there might be a voyage log entry related to the coordinates. Yep, here it is. I entered a cave to look for SS Dolphin parts and found a creature that defies the logic of space. It further surprised me by expelling frigid cold air. Imagine if there were Pokemon. Imagine if there were Pikmin that had been acclimated to the cold air. This planet's ecosystem is full of mysteries. Sorry I've not been typing too much. My brother's being a pain. No problem, Dem. I am, as an older sibling myself, I totally understand. As well as my younger sibling, apparently, dipping out of the chat entirely. Take a look at this. That Captain Alamar certainly is thorough, isn't he? So yeah, no issue on that. If you want to chat about what the issue is, by all means, because, again, as an older sibling myself, I can relate to most sibling issues you're going to experience. According to the log, anytime you enter a cave, you should take Pikmin. Oh, that reminds me. Have you finished the computer build? Because it sounded like last time you pretty much had it understood, but I didn't recall if you told me that you had finished or not, and how it came out. The SS Beagle can bring the Pikmin, so you can enter the cave without stopping by the base first. The Pikmin that remain on the surface can't just be left out here, so let's return them to the Onion for the time being. Why? Yeah. No, they're all with me. Shut up. Yeah, I can take 20 in with me, and there's 22 in the Onion. That's the way it should be. Wow. Jesus Christ, my throat is starting to fall apart again. Probably going to have to take a day off or two soon and let my throat heal. I know going forward, I'm probably going to have to take Saturday off. I might do a shorter stream Friday. Sunday I'd like to stream, and then Monday, Tuesday I'll need to take off again. At least Monday, maybe Tuesday. Good boy, Ochi. He's picked up a castaway scent. It has to be one of our missing rescue officers. Time to get them back to safety. Alright, well, first things first. Let's start breaking everything we can. Oh, Ochi? Ochi? Can I just... Oh, is that the issue? Okay, I actually have to select him. It's not just a passive ability. Interesting. Alright, now these things were pretty destroyable before without having to lose people. But then again, Ochi might be on his own technically stronger. What is... Oh, it's a compass! It's a shiny compass. Kind of busy weekend. Dad might have a day off tomorrow. Awesome. Always good to spend time with the dad. You know, as someone whose dad is no longer available to spend time with, the closest thing I get is sitting down and talking to myself as if I was talking to him. So, you know, take the time while you have it, and hopefully you get to enjoy it. Then Saturday I have football all day. Then Sunday. Oh, your brother's birthday. Awesome. That reminds me. I remember Rigid saying his birthday was coming up. I think his was technically before mine. I was meaning to ask him, and I haven't yet, and I haven't thought of it at a time that he has stopped in. He was here yesterday's stream, but he was here at the end of the day prior. I need to see. I think he does. I think we've confirmed that he has a Switch, but I want to verify so that I can send him a little gift like I have for you guys before. What's this? That's not treasure. Huh. A treasure or not, it does appear to contain some sparklium. Well, you might as well keep collecting those defeated creatures. They may be enough to help, even if only a little. So it's interesting that the enemies from underground can count as sparklium, even though above ground they would be used more often to build more Pikmin. I'd also imagine Ochi is a little bit more immortal than the Pikmin are, because you only get one Ochi, and the Pikmin, they can die. Good, we need all the energy we can get. Oh! Okay, so these guys will... It used to be, again, back in the prior era of Pikmin, that one Pikmin could drain the entirety of the sap if you let it. However, you could maximize how many Pikmin were drinking from it, and they would still drink themselves to a higher bloomed state. So, one Pikmin could drain an entire thing of nectar, or multiple could drain an entire thing of nectar. No matter what, I'm fairly certain they would push themselves straight to the flower if they were able to drink some of the nectar. Did you see that? It bloomed a flower. What's going on here? Huh. That substance is called nectar. When Pikmin consume it, it stimulates their growth, apparently. The voyage log says that the more they grow, the faster they move. They really are mysterious creatures. Yeah, everybody get in there. So let's see, get rid of all of them. Alright, I think they're all flowers now. Which, honestly, 20 flower Pikmin is a pretty good starting point. I'm sorry, can I call them over? Alright. Get them on the side, because the red Pikmin up front would be a problem. That's why I had to call them back there. Oh, about this. Did you see the things about aliens being real? Yes, I saw that there is apparently a U.S., some official essentially making the claim. However, I'm not entirely sold. The problem with it is, the man in all rightful interpretations, in my opinion, essentially came out and said, yes, extraterrestrials are real and the US has alien technology. I question that because there was so much word salad at play in the discussion that was had, and I think the claims made matter in the context and the direct statements made. unfortunately, you put that much legal speak at play, and I start to question the intention behind the statements made. So as cool as that is, I'm just not buying it yet. Samurai Sushi, all Pikmin games are massive L's. You know what, Samurai Sushi, you are welcome to come in and have your opinion, but I love the Pikmin franchise, and I am going to continue loving it. Damn, Sushi a hater, major hater. I despise the Pikmin franchise, and by all means, you are welcome to that opinion. Are these Pikmin too? Let's see, the voyage log says... The Ice Pikmin. I always thought of Pikmin as plant-like creatures, so I never dreamed I'd come across an ice variant. Ice Pikmin can use their ice bodies to freeze water and creatures, but they also float like ice in the water. Don't spray them with water, though. They really don't like it. W reaction, good on you. I am not going to be someone to tell you that you can't have your opinion. I am going to say that I like this franchise. I'm a big fan of the Pikmin series. However, I will say if someone isn't open to the idea of the more cartoony nature, I know a lot of people immediately the art style alone is enough to turn people off. So again, there are things you can find fault with. Huh. It seems like a lot of Pikmin. Is your squad bigger than normal? Oh, I see. When you're underground, you can have a larger squad because the wild Pikmin you find will join you. Isn't my cup of tea. Don't mind what Ian streams, though. I'll still watch and listen. Just play something on the side. Yeah, and speaking of, I did mention that I'm probably not going to stream the entirety of Pikmin 4 because I don't think it's something that is going to hold a lot of relevance long term. I think right now it's going to be riding the high of it being a new game and me wanting to experience all of the new things in the franchise. However, I've said it before, historically when you get to the later part of the Pikmin games, it's more or less a puzzle game at that point, and for a lot of people watching that, it might not be something they're overly interested in. I do have other games I will be streaming once we hit that threshold in the video. And thank you, by the way, Samurai Sushi, for the sub if you choose to go in. Might see you in another stream with another strong opinion. Well, Samurai Sushi, I am not a stranger to my own strong and arguably wrong opinions. I've gone off on several major franchises and game decisions over the years, so if I'm going to sit here and try to have my own incredibly harsh statements, I'd be incredibly hypocritical to try and deny other people their own. Alright, that should be everybody fully upped. Okay, what do we got here? Oh, a tube of paint. Alright. And some yellow Pikmin. I think I'll start with gathering up and finishing. That's going to be a shortcut back down. And we'll grab these corpses. Alright, and I think with that, the faster approach for everything... Oh. There we are. Is going to be go back down and grab our guys and take the shortcut back up. A cartoony nature. A lot of people hated the art style of Wind Waker. Then for a while it was a lot of people's favorite Zelda game. Not exactly mine, but the game was still really good. Have an amazing day. Thank you very much, Samurai Sushi. You as well. Have a great day, and hopefully we'll see you around. Yeah, honestly, when Wind Waker first came out, I wasn't sold on the art style, but I had a couple of friends that picked the game up. Now the game came out, I saw what they were playing, and I was like, you know what? Visually, there's some goofiness going on here. I loved the dungeon layout that they had. Go on, guys. Beat your head against the wall. Free the other Pikmin. I do have to say, I love that the Pikmin way of doing anything is slapping their face into it. You fight something, they slap it with their face. They dig something out, they slap it with their face. They build something, they slap it with their face. Honestly, the face of a Pikmin is truly the ultimate multi-tool. Only super strong opinion that comes to mind is how bad Overwatch and any game... Oh, wow. Only strong opinion that comes to mind is how bad Overwatch, I have thousands of hours, and any games my mate play, which I don't, are. Yeah, that's the thing, is opinions that are strong, it depends on who you're talking with. Alright, it looks pretty pale for an onion. What do you think? Should we take it with us? Yes, it's the yellow Pikmin, which means that they're capable of using explosives. There we are. They're capable of using explosives, and they fly higher and I think farther than other Pikmin. So they're lighter, weaker in combat, but easier to throw, and again, explosives are always fun. Huh. This onion is different somehow. Yeah, I think... Hold on, let me look something up here before I get going. I gotta get the data on this here. Alright, so the end of next month, August 25th, is when Armored Core 6 comes out. And I've talked about that one. I think for a lot of people that are more interested in high-action games, that's going to be the next stream that I play, the game that I play on a stream, that people are going to be more interested in on that side of things. Like I said, I've got this one that I'm playing, and then I got Pikmin, and then we're going to go to Armored Core 6, which if you haven't looked into Armored Core 6, there's a lot out right now about gameplay design and visuals. The cutscenes are amazing. Armored Core 6 is Armored Core as a series. In its era, has always looked beautiful. So now that we're at the point that we are, I'm interested how they're going to make that go. However, I've said before, I do have some issues already in the design from Armored Core 6 to the prior entries. It's not going to change the fact that it's going to be an enjoyable game. Just one that I'm going to be angry about calling Armored Core. Collins, huh? Collins, huh? Hit different. That man was lost. Let's take it back to the surface so we can compare it with the other onion. Right, so... that comment... Collins hit different. That man was lost. Okay, I had to read that with the proper... I think the proper portrayal. When I first read it, it didn't make sense to me, but I get it now. His statement therein. So we're beating down a blueberry. Not a blueberry, it's a blue raspberry? No, I don't believe that it's unbreakable. Yeah, okay. So it takes the blue guys to do anything to it. Just like that, frozen solid. I bet you can break it with... Yeah, okay. Slam it with Ochi. Can do. But let's freeze the other one, because there does seem to be a timer on it. Come on. Come on. My bad. I didn't realize it selected me off of Ochi. Alright. And now we've got our third. Oh, this is going to be the scientist guy, isn't it? That just makes more sense with the resources that they've been having me gather. Hurry and check their vitals. Pulse, blood pressure, temperature, all within normal parameters. Looks like their life support systems did its job. We should transport them back to the SS Beagle and verify their ID badge. Alright, let's get a couple of Pikmin on there. Now I'm going to follow them back, grab the Pikmin, and I'm going to leave through this exit because I'm going to want to make further progress into the world. Also, I have some blue Pikmin that can take some goop juice. There we go. I do appreciate that it seems like they finally fixed the old mechanic in which one single Pikmin could take the whole thing, and now it's actually got a value to the nectar goop juice. Hey, this is Russ, an inventor, material engineer, and lover of all things science. He can develop all kinds of useful gadgets with the right raw materials. Oh, thank the stars he's all right. This is Russ, the scientist in charge of repairs and upgrades for our spacesuits and the SS Shepherd. His technical knowledge will be beyond helpful during this rescue mission. Why do I keep saying research? I swear I've got like serious dyslexia around that one term. You found Russ, the Rescue Corps' talented scientist. Keep searching for the rest of the rescue officers. So, the resources that I've been gathering, they're going to probably be used to... Obviously, they're going to be used to build things. But I wonder if they're going to be used to build... Yeah, they're going to... Probably something I can use here within the pack. Hold on. Okay, no, I can't tell him to stay there. I was wondering, if I send him off, can I use him... oh, wait, hold on. Before we get out of here, we got a little bit more nectar and one... Alright, not the one I wanted. He's in there somewhere. There we go. Everyone's flowers now. Yeah, wait. No, that was a flower pot, not a tunnel back where the other things were. Man, alright. Ripley, I am very sorry to hear that. As someone who has lost their own father, I know how much that can hurt. Hopefully, while your father was around, you got to spend some time with him and make the time you had together meaningful. But, give me a moment here. I got a drink off to the side, and I'm gonna pour one out for your father. God rest, and, I am terribly sorry for your loss. It's never something easy to go through. Hopefully, while you are here, we can push through and have a little smiles and a little joy through the gameplay and serve as a small distraction to the grief I'm sure you're feeling. The items we found is the Director of Destiny. Again, a fantastic name for a compass. Refreshing goo. I thought that was paint. Maybe it's not paint, maybe it's some sort of medical cream, and we have killed 7 enemies. Now it seems like I can't tell if we lost a viewer or not because the count seems that it has not updated for quite a while. Yeah, it looks like YouTube tools are kind of having a little bit of trouble. Although I will take the idea that the tools that I use are having connection issues rather than the actual stream having the connection issue. Because we ran into that issue once already, and I will take this issue over the others all day long as chat remains connected, and that does seem to be working still. I'm sure I synchronized your clock, Ian, but something's off.
Oh?
I calculated the difference. It looks as if about 1/6 as much time passed on the... Wow, that's so much slower. 1/6 of the time passes when you're underground. Time seems to move differently in the underground spaces on this planet. I'm not sure how it works, but I suppose that means you can take as much time as you need to explore the caves. Alright, and so it is going to give us the yellow onion incorporated as well. Oh, it's yellower on the base. Hey, the onion sucked it up. The voyage log says that the white bulb is called... Whoa! That's a weird word, and I almost botched that up terribly. YouTube tools having issues? When does that ever... Oh, yeah. Yeah, YouTube having issues. Fundamentally a part of the experience. Much like Twitch. The voyage log says that the white bulb is called Flarlick.
Oi!
If we bring Flarlick to the onion, it will increase the number of... Whoo! It'll increase the number of Pikmin released onto the surface at any one time by 10. Whoa, that'll be a big help when you're exploring. Try taking out more Pikmin. Absolutely. I mean, I'll take 5 of these and 5 of... Oh, whoa, no. 25 red and 5 blues. The reasoning for 5 blues is so that I can make use of their abilities, but I do want to rely more on the red Pikmin for combat because they are larger in number. And by the looks of it, that is one of the fire-breathing enemies out there. Alright, definitely focus more on the red Pikmin right now. Got these little eggs here, which I think will have nectar inside. Nope. They used to have nectar back in the prior games, much like that one right there. Alright, that should be enough to get everyone flowered up. You know, the hippies would absolutely adore the phrasing of this game, you know, flower power having real meaning. We're pretty far from the SS Beagle. I don't so much mind that we're that far. We are still arguably fairly safe. There we are, 3. Now, it used to be, again, that if you add more, they will move it faster. Sometimes that matters. What in the world is that? Are we digging something out? I suppose that's what we did. Okay. Alright, 7 Pikmin. This big fire guy. 7 isn't enough to fight those guys. I'm not confident in that. So we're going to backtrack and get our Pikmin back. Actually, hold on. We don't even have to backtrack to that extent. Grab a few more resources, and then make our way back. Right. Give it a little bit of a... Well, hello! Was this under construction at some point? I wonder who was working on it. I'm sure we could put it to good use, if it was finished. Yeah, does this go all the way back to the ship? Yes, it does. Okay, there it is off in the distance. That's awesome. Alright, we have our fellow companion back that way. We're halfway through the day. However, a good portion of that was a lot of early setup and resource gathering. I think we'll have enough time to rush back out there and finish that bridge. Grab these Pikmin, grab these guys. We'll worry about everything else at the end of the day. Alright, we have a couple of Pikmin, I guess, still delivering something. Wherever they are. Yeah, where are they? Never mind, I found them. Alright, we've got enough Pikmin here to finish the bridge, though, and once we finish the bridge, we'll be able to pick those guys back up and come back out here for more of the combat side of things. Oh, is this what the resources are for? Because it used to be you would just have your Pikmin come up here and they would find some wood or whatever in the area. Interesting. That does change a little bit on my today's plans. Huh, another circle of stones. We keep finding them in the most opportune locations. How interesting. Maybe Captain Alamar left them behind for us so we could track him down. Never mind that for now. I wonder if we're in this creature's territory. We should create a base here. Any Dandorian master will tell you that it's the most efficient way forward. But first, let's do something about that pesky creature already. I was in the middle of it. Beat everything and get these guys out of the way. There we go. And I think we didn't lose any Pikmin. Yeah, we still have 30 out in the field. Alright, we'll have those guys move that. We'll have that go that way. And then we'll bring some more Pikmin in. And I think I sent 5 out there. So this is going to be a spot where we can freeze the water. If we had blue Pikmin, we could walk right through it. With 12 Pikmin, I think we can still take this fight. I suppose this is the closest thing we have to a boss fight so far. The bigger... What were they called? They were a something bulb. You'll want to keep a close eye on the creatures. But if they move around a lot, they can easily escape your line of sight. When that happens, there's a handy trick for keeping your sights and aim where you want them. A lock-on feature. Press ZR to fix your auto-target. Yep, lock-on feature. So again, realistically, like they went in with 40 and made short work of him. I suspect I can do this with much less. Wait. Oh, okay. Yep, that's why I was pressing ZL and not ZR, because I am a child and don't know where my R's and L's are. Right. He's gonna throw them. I gotta regather my resources. Pull him aside. He's gonna focus heavily on me. Kinda want to get him into an animation. There we go. Get you up into an animation again. Finish the job. Alright, I think that's 10. Apparently not. One lone Pikmin with me while I do a little bit more exploration. Alright, a couple little guys here. Don't need to worry about that. Let's make it back to the base. We're getting close to the end of the day. And honestly, when considering the realm of Pikmin, this was a pretty productive day. Oh, and I can move my base up here if I wanted to. I don't want to right now. I'll probably do that in the next... Ooh, shiny. I'll probably do that in the next day. When I have all of my Pikmin with me. Because if I move it right now, I worry that I'm still going to have to come back here and pick them up anyways. Can I have him attack this? And get one more tablet all the same? Absolutely. Awesome. Now again, with this being the next day, or not the next day, with this being the end of the day, we should be able to figure out what's going on with our scientist guy. Alright, let's make sure that's everybody here. It's not, so we have some more out somewhere. We got 10 here, 1 here, so that's all 30 there. Well, we wait. Knock a few of this out. And we got 5 more over here. Again, gotta optimize every moment of the day we can. With that thing brought in, I think everything else is too far away to make any use of any more time with any meaningful degree of success. So we'll deliver this, and I guess they don't want to group up with the others. Lovely. Make sure we have all of our Pikmin so that we don't have to go find any more. Put them all back in. And I think, can I wrap up the day? I thought I'd be able to wrap up the day. I'm sorry, rewind time? There we are.
Well, hey.
Done exploring for the day? Check to make sure nothing's still in the transport, and that your Pikmin aren't in the middle of any other tasks. I think we're good. According to Captain Olimar's voyage log, Pikmin will be safe as long as they... That's new. Again, I seem to recall, if they weren't a part of your direct party application, like if they weren't attached to your character following you, and if they weren't in the Onion, they were subject to die when you left, even if they were in this imaginary circle. I understand the creatures become much more aggressive at night. Make sure you don't have any stray Pikmin behind. Nope, I think I had everybody. I think we're going to have time to do one more day. Because I do want to go set up the new base, and I want to see if we can figure out, what was that thing they said, like filament or something like that? I don't think we have any of that yet, and I want to find some. There is actually like just something fun about that term, Dandori. I wonder if that's an actual... If that's like an actual Japanese term. Because it sounds like... Or maybe it's like a spoof on a real word. Alright, we got a couple of items found. We got some new Pikmin. We got 70 red Pikmin now. Awesome. Wait. We have a total of 93 Pikmin. It's pretty good. Welcome back, Russ. I'm glad to see you made it here in one piece. Of course, Captain. I had no doubt that the emergency escape system I developed would function perfectly. Well, that may be, but it would have been helpful if you showed the rest of us how to actually use it. One would expect an emergency escape device to be a bit more intuitive to use in the event of an emergency. Anyhow, now that you're back, Russ, can you tell us if you came across any rocks like this before we found you? Oh, Colin. Not only did I see them, I've already completed a very thorough research on this material. I discovered that when heated, the rock becomes soft and malleable, and can be shaped into any form you desire. So it's like reverse clay, because you fire clay to make it hard. Its base properties can even change when exposed to different stimuli. Okay, all of a sudden these rocks sound pretty awesome. It's quite a versatile raw material indeed. Actually sounds pretty cool. Cool doesn't even begin to describe it. This is the one, the ultimate biomass I've been searching for my entire career. I'm currently upgrading the 3D printer so we can put this miracle material to use as soon as you bring it to the SS Beagle. It will be crucial to my work in the lab and any other building needs that might arise. What a spectacular update, Russ! I knew bringing along a material scientist would be key to our success. Starting tomorrow, I'm expecting our rescue operations to go even more smoothly than usual, now that you're here. Still gotta find Olimar. In fact, I'm pinning that one. Everybody else can, screw off. As I've said already, Olimar is worth the entirety of this crew. I will make that trade. Unfortunately, I can't make that trade until we find Olimar. Wait, is it just me, or did Ochi go through a growth spurt overnight? He's getting bigger! The bigger puppo! That's actually quite typical for his breed. It's a sign that he's now fully grown and qualified for more rigorous activity. He is going to become the size of the blueberry! Oh, look at him! Big adorable. The Pikmin sure are playful today. Yes, they appear to be letting their guard down now that Ochi's come into his own. They're dancing on him like, we have the great defender! I'm just glad to see they're getting along. He's getting bigger! That's what she said. Well, if she is proclaiming about the size, well then you are clearly stating that you are indeed a grower, and not a shower. And there is no shame in that, for the end result is still at least impressive enough to be of note. Right. Another benefit of Ochi being fully grown up is that he can now build up his pup drive while completing missions. And with regular training sessions, he can learn new skills that will be useful for everyday rescue operations. From the looks of it, Ochi is ready as ever to fill up that pup drive. Alright, officers, to your stations, please. Again, now that we have Pikmin making up the bulk of our army, the utility of Ochi makes more sense. I just wish they would have either given us the Pikmin early along with Ochi, or that they would have given us the Pikmin first and have us find Ochi. Because I actually think that would make a better justification for the bond between the main character and Ochi that is separated from Ochi and the captain. Because think about it, if you were your character and you had a couple of Pikmin with you and you found Ochi getting bullied by a couple of random enemies, although it's clear Ochi is strong and powerful enough to stand his own against individual enemies, you could justify it with a numbers game. He's getting bullied by 3 or 4 enemies, and now he's flustered and not able to partake in his training of the combat role. So you go in with your Pikmin, you save Ochi, and now you have a moment that has solidified the bond between your character and Ochi. Your character being the only, humanoid isn't the right term, but I'm going to go with humanoid anyways, being that Ochi is now bonding to until you find the captain, at which point you have established a more meaningful relationship with Ochi than the captain who is just trained with Ochi. You've now had field issues, and I think that would have been a better way to have solidified it. But again, after... Oh, look at the guy in the background being like, yo, paint me like one of your French Pikmin. We thought my friend's worker was coming tomorrow. Turns out she was coming today. And we found that out after she got here. Oh, worker as in for recovery? Is this the friend that had to go into the hospital recently, or is this a separate one? I now call this strategy meeting to order. First things first. Russ, please update us on the improvements being made to the SS Beagle. It would be my absolute pleasure, Captain Shepard. Because they're done!
Dun-dun-dun.
The SS Beagle now has the ability to transform any raw material collected in the field into all-purpose clay. With this functionality, we should be able to easily build on location.
Gotta hurry.
Excellent. Of course, I'm quite sure that we'll be building, but good work nonetheless.
Kapila.
Oh, one last thing. Bring me raw material and I'll be able to whip up exciting new gear and items for you in the lab. I have no doubt they'll be useful to you while out in the field.
Go.
Sounds like we're not only collecting treasure now, but raw material
The
too.
ball.
And don't forget about our missing rescue officers. We're counting on you to find them, Ian and Ochi. By the way, come talk to me later when you have a minute. I would like to discuss Ochi's training. I hereby call this strategy meeting to a close. Everybody else copy that, and I'm just taking my pose because I refuse to let you tell me what to do.
On.
Ah, there you are. Danger is a constant when exploring an unknown planet like this one. The skills I'll teach you and Ochi just might save you. As long as you and Ochi keep building up his pup drive, there's nothing the two of you can't do. Well, I hope you're ready because it's time to start your training. Bye for now, later, lady. Alright, it's time to commence training. The journey will be long and arduous, but I have no doubt you two can handle it. Learn all of Ochi's skills. All of them? It seems like we would need to build up towards that. The rescue pup training curriculum has been passed down through many generations. If Ochi's pup drive has built up sufficiently, he can train and learn new skills without a problem. As for what skills he'll learn and when to learn them, well, that depends on the rescue approach you two want to take. Go the buff path if you want to carry heavy things, or go the chomp path if taking on creatures is your priority. But keep proper Dandori practices in mind, and think carefully about what will help you carry out your duties efficiently. Alright, this skill will increase Ochi's healing power when he's injured. Right, having Ochi be hurt is like a worst case scenario, so I might start with that one. Use this skill to tell your partner to go to your base or to call him to you. It also enables the go here on the radar map. There might be some value in that, but we're going to start with healing. Dig is already learned and everything else is at tier 1. I will not have Ochi go out of commission. I'm not allowing that. I have too much bonding with every animal in any game ever. You put everything you had into that training. What a good boy, Ochi. Yes, you are. Now, I have a special treat for you. A scrunchy bone, or whatever that was called. Scrummy bone. Give it to Ochi as a reward for me. Oh, this seems like an opportune time to teach you how to use items. Press Y, go to your pack, grab the items, use the items, and do what you do. Cool thing. So, we come out here, we go to our pack, we grab our item. Ochi, are you just... Get over there. There we are. Allow me to introduce myself again. I'm Russ, the resident brains of the Research Corps operation. I use the raw materials you find in my handmade components to create all kinds of items and gear for us in the field. Cool, let's see what you got. I can proudly state that all my inventions have been perfectly perfected. You can even say I have it down to a science. In exchange for raw material, I provide you with new gear. Your contributions make it possible to continue my important work. I may run out of components from time to time. If that happens, just visit the lab the next day after I've restocked. Okay, well, I need to save my gear. Ooh, okay, charging horn. This is a skill that is missing so far. I'd hate to say it, but I'm going to take that.
Hi.
Oh, So I get one for free so far, and then they cost material afterwards. Will protect you from being knocked out. Okay, so that's not overly necessary because I don't plan to go down very often.
Mahi.
I'd love to take this opportunity and teach you how to use my scientific masterpiece, the charging horn. It's actually quite simple. Just press the X button to blow the horn once and order your Pikmin to charge. In fact, the old Norse mythology would say that this was the ideal way to issue a charge. If you press X once, your selected Pikmin or Ochi will charge, but keep pressing X, and the entire squad will charge. As you can see, this horn is perfect for attacks or transporting objects. You could even call it Dandori Dynamite. I just imagine that's how he's laughing. Alright, we've got one more day of exploration in us, so let's get ready to explore. And, okay, we need more sparkle power to check a new area. Now, I'm only going to take red Pikmin with me at first, because my first goal is actually to rush over to the new base location, move my base, and we ran into some fire enemies on the surface already, so the red Pikmin are the ideal to fight them. Once we move the base, it's going to be a matter of building that bridge, and then I'm probably going to have to swap over. So what would actually be smart of me if I fight any enemies is to actually not even have the red Pikmin take them and come back later with the blue ones. Come in, over. As we discussed earlier, Ochi has grown a bit. So this morning I decided to drill him on his jump. That means I can get the shiny strawberry. He can jump. Our puppo's got the hops. Ochi should be able to move around more easily now, even with you and the Pikmin on board. Walk up close to Ochi and press Y to mount. Press it again to dismount. Press X when you want Ochi to use jump. He should have no problem clearing small ledges. If you keep holding X after you jump, you can build up his power and hit something with a run. We've already learned this lesson. Thank you very much, Captain. It's all in the memories I share with Captain Olimar. Looks like you're still in the tutorial. That bit was a unfortunate thing that the game is doing where it's rehashing a lesson we've already had. Ochi got stronger, but we have our Pikmin now, and so these are some of the changes to the game. So I can ride Ochi, but not only does Ochi provide a little bit more mobility, it's the only way to effectively jump, which again, in past Pikmin games, you never could to begin with. Oh, wait, hold on. I want them to break those down, but I don't want them to recover them. Because I'm going to use them to actually bolster my Ice Pikmin numbers. Luckily, we're at the point where the actual Pikmin game feels like it's kicked off. And, now there's a lot more value to the application of the little dog Ochi. Alright, there was a strawberry somewhere up here. Here it is. Alright, spend 3 there. Hold on. The ground had started moving. I groped for a way forward, but I couldn't make any progress on my own. I wonder if Moss may be able to help me out of this mess. Alright, we're not going to go in. Because first things first, head down this way. I'm going to wait until I know that they've delivered the strawberry, because that was the last thing sent out, and I'll see my little gem build move off to the top right there. Again, you're not taking that anywhere. Calm down. Tutorial part 2. We don't trust you to figure it out. Basically. Which is unfortunate, but that is what we're doing. Alright, let you guys figure out what you're going to do there. Now, if I move the base here, I should be able to access my resources for building here, I believe. So this is the first time we're getting to build, and if you remember, since Quinn, you're in here, and I know you've played past Pikmin games, they have changed slightly how the building works. Now you have magical super clay, and you have to gather that before you can build, which is why I moved my base. So we're going to be, now that it's closer, I can go retrieve my Pikmin from the prior base area, have these ones build. By the time I come back, they'll have either finished or be nearly finished, and I can continue with the exploration. Since I just got back, tell me just the red Pikmin so far. No, I do have 2 types of Pikmin, but the secondary type are a specialty utility Pikmin. They are ice. It's one of the new types. Very similar to the rock Pikmin, but with different abilities. Is there still only red, yellow, blue, rock, purple, white? Nope, right now we have ice, and one of these special types that I know exists is a new glow Pikmin, which I suspect we're going to get soon, given that that industrial place looked like it's going to be pretty dark. So again, we process raw gemmy materials to make super clay. The super clay is used to make pretty much anything. And I'm going to use them to build a bridge to get back to this earlier section. Yeah, there we go. Let them all go do their thing. I'll go retrieve the others. X? Yeah, X to jump. Honestly, the visuals on this look great. Super happy with how the game looks and how things move and flow. There's a couple of things that I'm taking a little bit of time to figure out more effectively. Wow, they already finished. And that looks way better. That's actually kind of cool how it finalized into a proper bridge. The clay bridge is finished. Now you can come and go as you please. Go ahead, cross it. Admire the impressive craftsmanship. Alright, did I have... I thought there were more Pikmin over here. Did they not stay here? Does that mean that they moved with the, That's kind of cool. When I moved the base, they moved with it because they were in the base's area at one point already. And if I am missing 2 more Pikmin, are they out this way? Yes, they are. Alright, now I have cleared out a lot of area, and I want more of the ice Pikmin. They're a limited resource right now, so I'm going to pull all of them. Whoops. There we are. I'm going to pull all of them out and increase their number, hopefully. Both brothers stream when? Less likely, because timelines, unfortunately, do not align as much as I wish they would more often than not.
Oh.
But yeah, the game visually looks great. Again, a massive upgrade from the last one. Wait, did it just say that the onion's color matters? Yeah, it is just making red Pikmin. Damn. So these blue Pikmin are even more valuable than I first thought. Let me see here. Okay, it will take 30 blue ice Pikmin. Can you come back, please? 30 ice Pikmin to make any progress. Unfortunately, now I know that... Cancel? Alright, the game is doing things that I'm not even pushing any buttons anymore, so I will wait. Cool. Are we done, game? Can I be in control again? I'm going to put the ice ones away and pull out a bunch of red ones. The worker left. Thankfully, she didn't come inside the house because it's a little messy. We were going to clean it up before she got here, but we thought that would be tomorrow. I am glad to hear that things went well. I asked before you left earlier, but I think you had to go deal with the issue. Is this a worker coming to deal with your friend that recently had surgery? Or was this something unrelated? Let's say both brothers will stream together again in the general future relative to the eventual heat death of the universe. At some point. If nothing else, we'll probably have a few more pre-recorded videos that we'll get to put out at some point. Those happen with a little bit more frequency. Alright, let's deal with these guys. Again, as long as I slam them right on top, they're one and done. And by the looks of this, with the electrical field, that's another thing about the yellow Pikmin I forgot. They're immune to electricity, which means we should be getting some yellow Pikmin soon. Again, red Pikmin are arguably more limited in their versatility, but they are just the most visually synonymous with the thought of Pikmin in my mind, and that's kind of why they're one of my favorites. I'm sorry. You guys thought you were coming out? Alright, let's throw one there and a lot of Pikmin out here. Get all of that back as fast as we can. Really? Get in there. Alright, a little sleeping enemy. Ooh, and again, if we charge the fence line, that'll probably knock that down. I don't have to worry about the other thing. It's sleeping. Some raw weight will pull that down. Ochi can move. Okay, so I've got to head back and get the Pikmin, but there's a lot to be done right in this one pocket area. I'll be there even if I'm dust in the ground. No, her brother. Okay, yes. I have more or less picked up on that being a possibility at one point. I just wanted to know if this was based on surgery recovery or if this is their relative. They have Down syndrome. So he has some workers that he sees. She sees him every 6 months to make sure things are okay for him. Which is which for people with those kind of needs is an important job for someone to do, and I am glad that there are people out there doing it. I actually had to do that job for a while myself. Mine was my circumstances in that job were arguably pretty favorable to me, more so than many other people who have that task, but all the same, it is a job to be done. Alright, we have 30 Pikmin here. I think we can do quite a lot. Alright, pull him off. Again, if I can trigger him to... Come on. To take an animation. Or never mind. I mean, my God, if you're just going to sit there and do nothing, I'll finish you off. Don't take that out of context. Alright, there we are. Charge up. Slam that down. I've said it before, I really want to know what the names of all of these things are. So again, a pocket watch is not going to be a pocket watch. Alright, we got... Is that 10? Alright, and then we have 3 Pikmin left. Can't quite reach that. Can't jump up to anything yet either. In the meantime, let's clear this open. Do these guys have within their own self enough power, or does Ochi have to be involved too? Is it faster with Ochi? Maybe. It's hard to tell. Alright. Let's hop on. One. And then we have 10, so we'll send them all off on that job. Is this a breakable wall? This is a breakable wall. And it looks like it heads back that way. Alright. I actually think that looks like a boss fight area. And something about it just kind of screams that energy to me. So, I'm going to go see if that is what that is and give it a shot. Alright, we broke the 600 marker. Oh, binoculars! That's what those are. Okay, I saw them from the other side, and I saw them from this side earlier, and it didn't connect to me what it was. I don't know why it didn't connect to me. It's pretty obvious looking at it now. Alright, got all these Pikmin. I don't think I can... Yeah, I can't make that jump. And there's really no particularly high point. Can I? Does this... Will this speed up? Oh, it does speed up. And even still, I think even with the stop, it's faster. Alright, let's see if this is an easy enough drop down.
Hello?
Right. Nothing to be done with it from there. So we're going to need something extra heavy to get on. Wait. Maybe this is the answer. I suppose it was worth a shot. Alright, let's see. A curious option here. Let's try while they're doing their job. Oh, that does aid in how fast that goes. Nice. Alright, a couple of Pikmin left. Is there a boss here? Is there any enemies here? Maybe not. Let's push that down. Get our ramp up here. Dig this out. And actually, let's get off Ochi and have Ochi go help. Now, I know Ochi can start sniffing out, like, what's going on. But I'm not overly sure if I need to do that yet. Oh, here's something to know about this game. When, I can't remember if it was Pikmin 1 or Pikmin 2, but one of the Pikmin games had a specialty event when ordered that came with some seeds. Now, as the story goes, the seeds were actually a designed, an orchestrated flower that supposedly Nintendo themselves made. I don't know how you would go about commissioning someone to make a flower, but again, it's the way the story goes for it. That they had genetically engineered, to some extent, a flower to look like the Pikmin flowers. I don't think it's entirely true. I think it was a flower that already existed, and they probably just bought some rights to naming or something for the marketing gimmick. But in doing so... Let me get... Did this just... Okay, no, this was what I just went down, and this was just a cycle back to the starter area. So we're pretty much near the end of the day. I'll wrap it up here. But yeah, every couple of games that were released, you had a chance of getting some seeds in it if it was the pre-order, I think. Which was a cool thing to get. And I have heard that some are still floating around. I don't know if they're valid or not. Like, if you can still plant the seeds and get the flowers. But just as a collector's thing, that's a really cool little gift to have a little packet inside there. You do remember those seeds, Dem, really. But as I understand it, those seeds are now more in circulation. You can get whatever the flower is outside of that one single path. So I kind of want to grow some Pikmin seeds and get the little flowers. But anyways, that is the end of that day. We're going to wrap this day up. I'm going to reach the point where I can save, and that'll be the end of this stream. Again, I think I'll be able to stream a little bit, maybe tomorrow and Sunday. And we'll see how much farther we get in Pikmin before we move on to some other games. Because again, I'm going to want to sit back and play a lot of Pikmin in my own time too. No one rescued, fine, whatever. We did unearth 2 locations that we'll get to explore. We have a Sunseed Berry, which is actually a pretty good name for a strawberry. A Temporal Mechanism, I like that. And the Double Dragon-Eyed Scope. God, these are cool names. Alright, we are getting somewhere with our total available Pikmin count. We've lost some raw resources. By the way, Ian, if you press minus and open the shortcut settings, you can assign different functions to the D-pad. Really? Can you assign the rescue journal to one of those?
Eddie.
Of course. And then you could reference it whenever you need some quick advice. You can even assign actions like disband or select item at the push of a button. Setting up shortcuts seems like a great way to improve your Dendori practice. Speaking of improvements, Colin, it would be more efficient if you shared such helpful information a lot sooner. Again, rescuing Alamar is priority number 1. It was a joy chatting with all of you as well, Dem. Thank you so much for stopping into the stream. Alright, let's see. I think they said the game has an autosave feature. I just want to double check. Yeah, okay, we're going to save and return to title so that we know that it's saving. Anyways, so as I usually do, thank you so much everybody for stopping in. And thank you, Samurai Sushi, for sticking around. If hopefully we'll end up seeing you in a later stream. I suspect if you are of more interest in the more high action games, we'll probably see you during the Armored Core series when we get to that one. Quinn, it was great having you in for chat. Dem, Richard, as always, thank you so much for stopping in. I hope to see you guys next time, and I hope everyone has a great time in between. Yep, Dem, you as well. Have a good one.